So today I'll be talking about this guy over here. Number one, what happened? I got there, and right before I entered, I was freaking out, and I literally said, no, I'm backing out, I can't do this. I'm not doing this, I'm going out, I can't. And then my friend just pulled me into the shop, and he's like, you can calm down, you can do this. Just do it and get it over with. And I knew that if I didn't, I would regret it, and then I have to come back later. When I went in, I asked like the lady, can I use ice cubes? And they're like, we don't have ice cubes. So then I said, can I use my numbing cream? And she's like, yeah, but just so you know, it doesn't work. And then right before she continued, I just stopped her. I'm like, shh, don't tell me that, don't tell me that. I just let me psychologically think it works, and then I'll be fine. She's like, oh, okay, okay. So she put some cream here, and then she was gonna put cream in my nose, like someone else's finger going up my nose. That was really weird. So I was like, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, auntie. Give me the cream, I'll do it, it's okay. Then I just put a bit there, and then I sat down. They put some cling film on my nose so that it would numb faster, even though it wasn't really numbing. And then she made me sit down and she showed me the clamp. Oh my god, the clamp. Say, for example, this is what you'd normally use. For me, it probably looked something like this. I was so terrified. So she held it like really tight, like she just clamped my nose, and she put, like before that she put a dot where she thought it would look good. And then I asked to put it higher, but then she mistook me. She thought I was gonna put it over here somewhere. So she just pierced it down there. I was literally like, the whole time I was freaking the hell out. I felt the needle touch my nose and I'm like, oh shit. And then it was pierced through. Right after the needle, the piercing being put through, that I didn't feel that at all. So yeah, that's what happened. Number 2, initial pain. I have to tell you the pain levels of 2 things because I went and re-pierced it today. So I got my piercing yesterday and I went and re-pierced it. I'll just put up the pictures like right after the video so you can see the difference. The pain level would be about a 4. If you're redoing a piercing like the following day or the same day, I'd say the pain level was about a 6. Yeah, a 6 or 6.5. That was really, really painful. For after, holy shit. Okay, first of all, I got a really long lecture on how I shouldn't put it up here, which I wasn't going to do, and I was trying to explain to her, but she didn't understand me. So the assistant, he drew a line. I don't have a mirror except this one. Except on this side. And she thought I wanted my piercing up here. The difference between up here and down here looks very small, but it's actually really big. What I used to have was here. Oh god. And then I put it up here. Yeah, difference. You can still see where it used to be. And that's probably bleeding, which is disgusting. But yeah, that's what the new one is, and that's where the old one was. So, ow. I went in and she gave me a huge lecture, blah blah blah. And the guy, I had to sign this agreement that it was like my choice, blah blah blah, whatnot. And then her assistant did this thingy and I placed it there. And I got another lecture about how people get colds in this country because, you know, it's really humid and then suddenly it rains. And she took my piercing out. She cleaned it, like she sanitized it. And then she put the clamp. The initial pain for the first piercing, like I said, was 4. And just holding the clamp was a 4. It was so painful because my nose is still healing from yesterday. So if I went to re-pierce today, it's actually a little swollen. It's swollen. I went to re-pierce today, so that hurt like a words I cannot say. So, yeah. And then she just kept dabbing it really hard with an earbud or a Q-tip. That was really, really painful. That is my story, or my stories for my piercings. Piercings. Number 3, bleeding, how tight the piercing was, and everything just to do right after. Initial blood for the first piercing wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit, and then I could clean it off with like surgical spirit. Second time, there was a lot of blood, and I'm pretty sure that I'm still bleeding a little bit because I just cleaned it and I'm not supposed to touch it. But I can't help it. It feels so much better though in this place. Like the first piercing was, I mean, if you don't move it around for about 2 hours, obviously it's just going to be stuck there with a little bit of blood on it. So you just have to push it out and then push it back in. And then the second time, right now, it's really tight. I don't want to touch it for like another 2 hours and then I'll go clean it again. Number 4, costing. So a gun piercing would cost $1,500 here. It would be equivalent to $10 or £7. Since I got a needle piercing, that costs $3,500, $26 or £16. 5. Wait, that's 10, but you know, 5. Cleaning. I got what did I just say? I got surgical spirit, that's downstairs. I got cotton wool and some betadine ointment. The ointment is for the piercing, the previous piercing. So this one, I just put some ointment after I clean. One of the better methods, it felt a lot more soothing, was some water and salt. So it would be clean water, like filtered water, and some salt or sea salt, like a half a teaspoon for a glass, and then you just like soak your nose in it for about half a minute to a minute 3 times a day. Number 6, healing. I don't know how long the other piercing is going, like how long that's going to take to heal, and I'm really scared in case it'll leave a scar. Hopefully it won't. If it does, that's okay. It'll probably just look like one of my freckles. For changing your piercing, you need to wait like 2 weeks to change. And to completely remove it for a day or so, I think you need to keep it in for 2 to 3 months or 3 to 4 months. Number 7, things you can't do 2 hours or 12 to 24 hours after you get your piercing. What? I'm talking about one over there, so it's closer to your mouth. You can't smile that much. I can smile now because this is higher, but the lower one, I couldn't smile. You can't laugh a lot because it really, really hurts. Even now it hurts a little, like to put that pressure that you get on your nose whenever you laugh. You can't work out, obviously, because if you do an intense workout, the blood will rush to your head, and then this might get infected, and that's very scary. I don't know for sure, but I don't want to try. I'm also just really, really lazy now. You can't sneeze. You can't pick your nose. I'm sorry, you can't blow your nose unless you want it to bleed and you just want to get it infected or something. You can't scrunch your nose up. I can't do that right now. It hurts a lot. You can't wash your face unless you're extremely careful, so you just throw water at yourself. For me, my weird bone bit. It's not really a bone, it's bone fluid. For me at least, whenever I wash my face, I take water and then I do that. So it always comes down to my nose, and that was really hard to do last night and this morning. This morning I remember, but last night was really hard. You can't flare your nostrils, so doing that a lot actually hurts, especially last night when I did that with the lower piercing there. And in the morning, please don't wake up and do what I did, which was that. Just straight away as soon as I woke up, and it hurt like a fill in the blank. So that's it for now. You could suggest what I talk about next, cause I don't really have anything to talk about and I don't know what to make for videos and whatnot unless, you know, I have a really stupid idea or I get something done to myself. Speaking of which, the next time you see me, I will either be blonde or have hair color. I'm not gonna say which in case it doesn't come out right, which would suck for me, but it's gonna be really interesting. So I'll see you then.